This podcast is brought to you by Bloomberg Law. For more information about our professional services for the legal industry, please call 212-617-6569.
This is Bloomberg Law's Intellectual Property Review. I'm Josh Block. In the wake of federal prosecutors shutting down file-sharing service Megaupload, many have wondered if other popular file hosting sites might be next. RapidShare, based in Switzerland, is one of the most popular. RapidShare's attorney Daniel Raymer joins me now from Germany. It must be incredibly unnerving when you see one of your major competitors indicted and their CEO taken into custody.
Well, we weren't really that surprised at all. We wouldn't even say that they're our main competitors. We have always tried to distinguish ourselves from Megaupload. We were a little bit surprised that they didn't have legal issues any sooner.
After reading the indictment, did you feel better in that you could differentiate what you do, or did reading the indictment raise any flags for you?
Obviously, we can't really tell if these allegations are true or not, but if they turn out to be true, then this is nothing that is even close to what RapidShare is doing. We're trying to combat piracy, to crack down on copyright infringement, and according to what the prosecutor says in the indictment, the Megaupload was just doing the opposite.
We talked to a professor at Harvard Law, Yochai Benkler, and he said, like you, he wasn't surprised that Megaupload was a target, but what surprised him was how aggressive the move was, indicting them and using extensions of criminal law enforcement and copyright liability and seizing all of the Megaupload property without a trial first, and that this kind of move would just kill a service.
Yeah, the way they approached Megaupload was based really on the fact that it was really hard to figure out who the people are and to make sure that they don't escape. Kim Schmitz had a reputation, or Kim.com had already had legal issues in Germany about 10 years ago, and back then he tried to escape. And so I wasn't surprised that they didn't knock on his door and ask friendly questions.
Megaupload's attorney, Ira Rothkin, said that Megaupload believes the government is wrong on the facts and wrong on the law. You may not be privy to the facts from Megaupload's side, but I'm sure you have a sense of what he's talking about in regard to the law.
If the allegations turn out to be true, I wouldn't say that they have misinterpreted the law. If they have, for example, uploaded copyright-protected content themselves and distributed the download links, which is also part of the indictment, then this is criminal behavior regardless of any DMCA safe harbor provision.
The indictment has already changed how many in the consumer data storage business are doing business. FileSonic and FileServe both disabled their sites' sharing capabilities, and they stopped their rewards program. Has the indictment changed the way RapidShare does or will do business?
No. The steps that others have taken as a result of the Megaupload indictment were steps that we have already done years ago, just without any legal pressure, just because we believe that this is the proper way to do business. In order to not be accused of inducement, we stopped the reward program about 2 years ago.
Frank Kenny of Ipswich File Transfer, a file-sharing company that targets corporate users, says the main question is how on the hook, that was his language, quote-unquote on the hook, a company is that offers online storage but doesn't look at what their customers are uploading and downloading. Do you think he has that right?
No, I think that's just the opposite of what the DMCA says. We're not supposed to constantly monitor our users' behavior regardless of any suspicion. And I wouldn't even like to be in that business if that was the law, because I believe that customers and consumers have a right for privacy, and the provider shouldn't act before he sees any red flags. I believe that he's just wrong.
One of the inherent problems of the business that you're in is that even if your service is legitimate, it can be used for illegitimate purposes. And I think you estimated that at least 5% of what's on RapidShare is infringing or pirated content. In the wake of Megaupload, does just having infringent content make you vulnerable?
No, I don't think so, because the lawmakers knew from very early days that anyone in the tech industry who's offering storage space will have non-legitimate content, not just copyright infringement, but all different types of criminal content on the servers. And the lawmakers not just in the US, but also in Europe and a bunch of other countries, decided that in order to protect innovation and in order to protect technology, there need to be safe harbor provisions. This is exactly what the DMCA is for. So if we have 5% of non-legitimate content, it's obviously in our interest to cut down on that, to get rid of it. But if there's something left, something that we can't find, something that we don't see, then we are protected, and it's good that this is actually the law, because otherwise there wouldn't be room for innovation.
When RapidShare gets a DMCA takedown notice, what is your process? Do you kill all copies of the infringing content, or does a copy always live on in your system somewhere?
No, we destroy the copy. So that, you're probably referring to part of the indictment says where obviously Megaupload has acted differently.
Reports say that since the Megaupload indictment and shutdown, that traffic has gone up considerably at other file sharing sites. How is business at RapidShare since the Megaupload shutdown?
Pretty stressful. It's pretty stressful because it seems to me as if the users of Megaupload are looking for other storage spaces where they can upload their files. And as a matter of fact, we have seen some additional traffic coming in. The thing is that no one called us a day or a week in advance. No one has called RapidShare and said, hey, guys, beware, on January 19th, something is going to happen that may actually result in increased traffic. We didn't get such a warning in advance. Obviously, we didn't. So after Kim Schmitz was arrested and Megaupload was closed, we saw all this additional traffic coming in, and we didn't have the staff and capacity to spend more time searching on link resources and third-party websites, which is part of our anti-abuse strategy. So our people in the anti-abuse department were already pretty busy, and we're not really able to deal with all the additional traffic that was coming in. We have these guys doing overtime, but of course there are limits, and for now we will have to work harder and harder to solve that problem within the next few weeks.
It sounds like pirates have come to RapidShare. So what do you do? How do you go after them now?
We have a bunch of different approaches. First of all, obviously we respond to takedown notices and to figure out and to delete files that are not legitimate. Repeat infringers get their account terminated if they have created 3 strikes, and if we've caught them 3 times. So this is already a very effective approach, especially the repeat infringer policy, because people who get their accounts terminated also lose all the files they've ever uploaded. And so with the single closure of an account, we may be able to delete hundreds and hundreds of files with a single click of a button. To the guys who have uploaded those files, this means that they lose a lot of work that they've put into creating this account. Usually people are getting frustrated when we do that, so they choose a different hosting service the next time they want to engage in copyright infringement. And so to us, this means that we've gotten rid of a customer who's just causing problems. The second part is that we have developed an automated crawling software that is constantly watching certain third-party websites where information about copyright infringement is being published. Usually when pirates publish pirated content, they publish the RapidShare download link and a description of what people can find behind that download link. So we have software that is constantly crawling such websites and gathering the information, putting it into a database and sending it to our anti-abuse department, who is then reviewing everything that the crawling software has found, and this enables them to take down thousands of files within a short time.
Tell me about the filters that you use to detect copyrighted material. My understanding is that it has to be a 100% match to something that has already been identified as copyrighted content, but you haven't moved to a filter that's along the lines of what YouTube uses that recognizes a movie by certain characteristics. Why have you been hesitant to do that, and might you do that in the future?
No, I don't see RapidShare doing that in the future. It's not that easy. You see, YouTube is allowing people to upload video content, but video content only. So each and every file that is coming in on the YouTube system is a video file. RapidShare allows people to upload any type of data. So it could be a RAR file, it could be a zip file, it could be an encrypted file, it could be a Word file or an executable file. And with all these different types of files that are coming in, it's really hard to develop a filter that is safe, that is not actually accidentally triggering on legitimate files. And if we would implement something like that, it is pretty obvious that the pirates would move to encrypted files that a filter cannot read. So I don't really see the use of all that, and it would be a major technical challenge. Maybe it would even be impossible.
How does RapidShare make money? What is your business model?
We have a basic system that allows people to upload and download files. If you become a paying subscriber, you get guaranteed storage space that never gets deleted, which thereby allows you to upload files and use RapidShare, for example, as a backup system. Non-subscribers have to live with the limitation that files may be deleted after 90 days. So for a trial, the trial version allows you to get a basic idea of what RapidShare is. If you want to have your files in the long run, you got to be a paying subscriber.
It looks like Megaupload users who used their service for legitimate purposes are likely to lose that content. Can you give any assurances that RapidShare users will never lose their legitimate, non-infringing content?
We are a legitimate company, and we do everything to protect our users' files, both in technical ways, but also by not engaging in any criminal activities. We believe that files on the RapidShare system are safe.
It's RapidShare attorney and spokesman Daniel Raymer. You can find our recent podcast at BloombergLaw.com, on iTunes, and on the Bloomberg Law YouTube channel. Thanks for listening.
Copyright 2012 Bloomberg Finance LP, all rights reserved. The views expressed herein are those of the speakers and not of Bloomberg Finance LP. These discussions are for informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal advice, which has to be addressed to particular facts and circumstances involved in any given situation. Bloomberg Finance LP and its affiliated entities do not take any responsibility for the content contained herein and do not make any representation or warranty as to its completeness or accuracy.